with each other, amongst each other, right? You
Absolutely.
know, it's so important to be a bridge for your brother, for your sister. If I got access to something, I want to be a bridge, you know, and it's not going to be a toll on the bridge.
Right.
It's just a bridge from me to them. Now, and if it's utilizing a skill that I have or something that I'm related to, that's why I'm introducing it, of course. But I'm gonna announce that from the beginning. So
Mm-hmm.
there's not no secrecy or no trying to figure it out. It's no confusion. I'm gonna speak right and exact. But also I'm gonna also be, I am you. You know what I'm saying? There's no difference from me to you. So I want for you that I want for myself. So if I got something that I'm on, like my shirts, like if you make shirts, I don't have no problem with plugging you in or telling you the place that I get shirts from. Now,
Right.
a lot of these companies, the more you do business with them and the more you buy, you get your particular price for the stuff you get.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So that's for me because I earned that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you could create the relationship, and if your business is cranking, you're gonna soon maybe get to the level or get beyond it. It just because someone's in something and you get in it now doesn't mean that you can't surpass. So it's everything's a matter of perspective when you're talking to people or when people are talking to you, right?
Right. I couldn't agree with you more. And you've been grinding, hard, especially when it comes to the t-shirt brands and whatnot. So, like you said, because you just mentioned a key factor, you built the right relationships. And I don't think people realize that enough. It's like, and it's not the right relationship doesn't always have to be an exchange of money and whatnot. It's just an exchange of a simple conversation, exchange of and things of that nature. But like you said, you buying a t-shirt, you work with other companies, and then eventually you can get your own price. That's not just regular price and whatnot when you decide to purchase the products and whatnot with them. Because you still make the t-shirts by machine, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm man, the last few months, man, I haven't been doing nothing with the shirts, man. I've been just really dealing with my mental health,
Right, right.
and as a result of the separation and just different stuff, you know what I mean? It's been challenging, man, emotionally, psychologically, just with being in the house or being different circumstances. Um, Financially, dealing with some financial issues myself. I don't have any issues with being transparent because the universe knows my heart, and everything that I desire is I know it's just a matter of it's a matter of reality. So being in that place before the actual reality of that, I realized that's the mission, that's the goal to get to that, be able to feel the end, start at the end. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Where you want to go, how did that feel? Embrace that and see that, feel that. So that's the goal, So my flesh, again, dealing with my flesh, because my flesh has been weak, and my flesh dealing with trauma, working through what I've been through, and it's been at times challenging. So I'm not in denial. I acknowledge, I'm aware, my shortcomings. However, that's not like my lead every day. That's not even my a conversation. I don't, I'm not critiquing and criticizing myself like that.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm excited. Of course, being married, at times your shortcomings and deficiencies in your character because of things that when you by yourself, you don't have to deal with. You just like, whatever.
Right.
Unless you
Exactly.
in a circle of people that's challenged you in a way, certain things that's intimate, only a person that's close to you like that, a female type of deal, or
Mhm.
whatever your thing is, or whatever, will get from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're not really serious with someone, you could put up facades or those blocks or those barriers, right? But
Mhm.
being married, you can't do that. It's not possible, in my opinion. Because I mean, I'm with you. We together. Like you getting my raw. You know what I'm saying? And I can't fake. I'm just me. So I have to be transparent about what I've been through, what I'm working through, what has been. I think one of the hardest things for me has been losing my sister and my brother.
Mm.
My brother was murdered, man. He was murdered, man. And March 7th, 2012. in Sportsman Park, Port St. Lucie, Florida. And my sister, man, August 6, 2008, you know what I mean? For my brother, man, not just my brother, but all the brothers, man, like seeing these youngins getting killed on TV. I ain't gonna lie, man, it was times when I cried, man, like really cried, man, when I seen a youngin from Tennessee. I can't think of my youngin name, man, light-skinned youngin, man, he was on the Facebook Live and police was chasing him. Youngin got out the car. Shit, yeah, youngin was running, man. They shot the youngin all up in the back. He not a threat, he running. His back is turned, man. You chase him down then. You know what I'm saying? You chase him down, man. You don't shoot him in the back, man. Man, that shit hurt, man. When I seen that, man, it reminded me of my brother, because the the dudes that killed my brother, man, shot him in the back, man. Because they couldn't do nothing with him face to face.
Right.
So then they jumped him. And then as one of the dudes he was supposed to be there, or he was with, but I say supposed to, because he wasn't there on the scene. He was afar giving advice, being a distraction. Hence why my brother was turned around going the other way after what the situation was to get ran up on and get shot in the back.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So man, you know, as long as we see each other outside of ourselves, I mean, we're gonna continue to deal with each other like we enemies, man. I mean, I don't want to kill my reflection, man.
Exactly.
Man, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want for me that I want for you. I love my brothers and sisters, man. Like, I don't have to, love ain't always loving.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It always don't feel good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It comes with some accountability. It does hurt. I fucking care. So if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, it ain't no smiles and being jokes. I ain't got no jokes for you right now. Get the fuck on point, man. Tighten the fuck up, man. So if that's me on the other end, that's somebody talking to me that way, I already know you love me. So if you talking to me that way, I'm not personally I mean, it's a way in which people should talk to people. I'm not saying that I'm not going to tolerate disrespect, but it's a manner in which that you have to have a sense of discernment when people are interacting with you, when they're expressing emotion, and their wording might not be of high, you know, whatever, but what's the underlying message? What are you really saying to me? What he's saying to me, or what she's saying to you? Now, too much of profanity, and if they calling you stupid and all that type of shit, you ain't gonna hear the message. That's totally like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, when people talk forceful, it's like, and they giving you a lot of emotion, but the words that they're saying, it's like, man, we gotta do better, man. Like, you know, we could do this together. Like, words matter.
Exactly.
In the midst of the emotion, the words that said, it matters. In the context, it says it matters. You know what I mean? So people get caught up in the antics and the emotion, but what was said though? Did you hear the content of what the sister said, the brother said? The brother is saying that, and the emotion is because he's upset.
Exactly.
He's angry. She's angry. And what, aren't you angry? That doesn't mean that we have to be disrespectful though.
Exactly.
But at the same time, decipher, man. Like, if you're my friend and you're my brother and I'm fucking going through a divorce and I call you to vent, and you taking what I'm saying to you personal, man, get the fuck out the way. I'm trying to talk to you. You get your emotions out the way, Holmes.
Exactly.
This ain't about you per se. This about this man feeling comfortable with you, because we supposed to be brothers. So I'm like sharing what I'm going through and I'm dealing with. And I guess the tone that I'm speaking and the energy that I'm giving is not the energy that you feel that I should be giving.
Right.
So you're now trying to dictate my vibration. So that's when we go astray. That's when we go astray, because I dictate my vibe, right? You know, just like you dictate yours. So how dare me? I wouldn't dare do that, because I'm gonna meet you where you at, bro.
Exactly.
Especially if you're telling me key words that you're dealing with a divorce or a separation. That's a hold up full stop for me. So now people don't listen though. We don't listen. We don't listen. That's why we don't learn. That's why we don't build. That's why things don't happen like they should, because we don't listen. We get caught up in the emotionalism. Now, don't get me wrong, I can speak differently and articulate differently when I'm interacting, but what I realize is most people that I've had relationships with that I no longer have actively now is because
Right.
they got caught up in the emotion that I had, because if I'm fucking dealing with some shit, so my tone is going to be heightened on how I'm expressing myself, but it's not really, it's not about you. I'm not calling because I'm angry at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm clearly telling you what I'm dealing with, and I'm having a lot of issues with it. And so really, while I'm talking to you, is the reason why some comfort that I felt that I had with you that allowed me to feel comfortable to express.
Exactly.
Later, now that it's been revealed that maybe I didn't, maybe it wasn't a comfort, maybe it was an illusion. I don't know, because
Mm.
now that I lean on that again, it's not this. It's So we all gonna have disappointment with each other, man. It's how we deal with the disappointment. How quickly can we recover from the disappointment? Because we're different. Like, and the expectations we have when we come into relationships or when we're in relationships. Oh, I expect, man, I help them. Or the expectations, when we fall short of those expectations, are you man or woman enough to say, man, look, man, bro, look, man, I thought you was gonna do this, but you didn't. Oh man, my bad, man. I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking about this. I was preoccupied the whole time. If you wouldn't have said that to me, we wouldn't have had that conversation. You could be bitter or mad at me because you thought I should have, whatever, or I thought you, man, that's what be happening every day with every relationship.
Mm.
These silent expectations that we constantly are being disappointed by each other because nobody's being honest in a relationship. So if you're not honest, what kind of relationship can we have?
Exactly. And that's the missing
Now,
key for most people nowadays. Real honesty.
now the honesty really comes from, and my point, from my perspective at this point, is like, man, being married, man, it's revealing, man. Like, so my shit already on Front Street already. Like, far as I'm concerned, it's like, so being transparent is what I'm already doing, being exposed to with her, being put on with her. So to be that with anybody else, it's easy, it's natural,
Right.
because it's all a part of my self-development. It's all a part of my process. And sometimes I'm just too raw with how I'm expressing or what I'm saying. And I have to tone down or catch myself and make sure that I'm not being toxic in my articulation and how I'm, building or attempting to build with whoever it is that I'm expressing myself to.
Right. And that makes perfect sense. You know. So what do you see the outcome is for you in the year 2021? Because obviously 2020 has been rough for everybody.
You said, what do I expect?
Yeah. What any specific goals do you have in 2021? What do you
Oh,
see
2021.
going? Because it seems like right now it's one of the most unstable times in history because of what. So
Yeah. Well,
because of everything
I
else
would
that's
say,
going
man,
on in everybody else's lives. So
yeah, you know, 2021, man, going into 2021, man, it's really all about, self-love, man, self-care. Because the more I self-love and self-care, the more I got for you, man, the more I'm able to love my brother and my sister, man. And because that's what really it's about, man, being a bridging the gap, man, bridging the gap. And it's people over profit.
mm,
I think it's about profit over people in this country. People care. It's about profit. It's all about profit. Now, don't get me wrong, but capitalism, in certain perspectives, is very, 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 very. That is a vast difference
right,
in the perspectives, right? Based on the experience of that person, so or whatever. What happened, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, man, I think 2021 is whatever anybody, if your imagination is active and being tapped into, man, it's anything out here. You know what I'm saying? 2021, going into the year 2021, still pushing and utilizing virtual technology and utilizing the different tools that my peers have been successful all through the pandemic with. that I've, you know, been building and having success myself, but just not on the level. But that's why you know, when you have team and when you connected to other like-minded people, you see their success, and it's exciting because when they succeed, you feel like you're succeeding. And
Exactly.
so it's nothing like seeing your friend or people you care about, or you see yourself just the same. I don't see me no different than my bro or you. I'm just like, you know, damn, man, that's great, man. I'm so excited. I can't wait to have a chance to build with you so I could pick your brain and make sure I got my pen and pad down so I can make sure I write down my processes based off of whatever you give me to, so I could go back to the lab and get busy. That's how
Exactly.
my mind works. You know what I'm saying? So if you having success, I can't wait to be like, hey, my bro, man, check him out. So if anything, edifying you would help me, you know, be able to give me some credibility in my mind. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So that's how I look at, you know, people that I'm connected to that have success, and people that look like me that's successful. Um, that's my brother, man. That's my sister, man. I'm happy for you, sis. I'm happy for you, bro. Um, hey, I would love to connect, man, you know, and build and ask questions so I could bridge the gap. And bridging the gap is the information that I need to help me get to wherever it is I'm going. And
Exactly.
the bridge is comprised of the information that you share with me to help me have that aha. Oh, okay. Next time I talk to you, hey, remember I talked to you and I was asking you about this, man. I did this and boom, boom, boom. So now I could really, you know, reflect back on that and say thank you, and be able to say, look, you know, I've done that now. Now I'm the bridge for someone else. And
Right.
that's how we pass down and pass on. And that's how we continuously keep the link and stay connected, man, and see each other as each other, man. And we just all in different shells. We all in different experiences, different times, coming to the world at different times, different shades. You know what I mean? But we still the same. You know what I mean? We still all want the same things.
Exactly.
Maybe the degree of them are different from one of another.
Right.
But it's nothing new under the sun, though. You dig what I'm saying? So if
Absolutely.
somebody did it, we can do it. If someone else is having success, we can have success.
Anything's possible.
Everything's possible. Everything that man has done, everything that, I mean, man, listen, man, no man's an island. Any successful man has had other men connected to him to help that man that has
Oh
been
yeah.
more successful.
Oh yeah.
Mentorship is vital, man, and that's something that I think I'm seeing a lot more in our community, man. I'm seeing that a lot more, man, and that's fucking exciting, man. Is to see brothers and sisters in all walks of life sharing and giving their expertise, and that's what this community going into 2021. I'm gonna really push and start promoting this this wealth conscious enterprise, because I believe that it's important that we bridge the gap amongst each other, you know, promote each other, highlight each other and what we're doing. I don't have no problem giving you no big ups, no shout outs on any platform that I'm on, or even, you know, criticism. I'm not a big fan of criticism, the word in particular. I think it's a way in which we communicate to each other our perspectives, right?
Right.
Because, you know, every master was a disaster at some point, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's processes and there's levels to everything. So just like a student and a teacher, you know, just like a father and a son, a mother and a daughter, they deal with each other accordingly with love.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And with a certain, you dig what I'm saying? With a certain vigor and a certain in their voice, but it's still love. That's like I said, I don't have to do what you do, brother, but you my brother, so I'm gonna support you. I'm a repost your posts. I'm gonna share your stuff. I'm gonna send people to where you at, and you know what I mean? Because that's important that you succeed. Because you know I don't do what you do. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm wanting to, but until I do, until I'm able to, until I get it down, you're my point of reference.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's important that I think, you know, if we could bridge the gap with that in mind, that's why I say today's forecast is 100% chance of winning.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's so
Oh,
much I could go with that. I could go so many places with that. So, but that all taps into everything that I've shared with you. It's about in work. It's the inside work. It's the recognizing, the recognition of who I am and who we are. I'm just
exactly.
created in the image of God, the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I don't see God in myself I don't see God outside of myself.
Mm.
God is, I am a part of he's a part of me now. I'm not God, but I'm godly. I'm created in this image. Now, my mindset and my consciousness, depending on the dictates my level of godliness or my beastliness or whatever. If I'm moved by my flesh, if I'm not no different than a beast,
right?
You know, an animal, right? Because an animal's moved by his appetite, right?
Exactly.
Or you dig what I'm saying? Her appetite. But at the end of the day, man, that's why I say, man, we got to bridge the gap with each other. So this wealth conscious enterprise is something that's dear to me. I think it's something that I think a lot of entrepreneurs or future CEOs of companies or management of companies that have an expertise that they're willing to share or willing to, you know, build with or share their product or even invest in others.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's a two-way street. You know, I'm a consumer and I'm a creator, you know, a seller. You know what I'm saying? I'm a buyer and a seller. You know, I'm an inventor, creator. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I'm a buy from other people. I sell shirts. I make shirts, but I still buy other people's shirts though.
Right. Exactly. That's how it's
And
supposed to.
I'm gonna continue to because it's important to me. Like I'm investing in their vision. I'm investing in their dream and their time and their ambition and all the things that people told them they couldn't do, and they finally did it at that whatever point in their life or their progression in their business was that point. You dig what I'm saying? Because we all are at different points in our business, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely appreciate you purchasing a product off my store. And it's funny, I used your hoodie today when I left the gym. Matter of fact, one of the trainers, I told him to go to your page on Facebook. Because one of the trainers like, I like that hoodie and whatnot. Where'd you get it from? I said, my man, Ronald Samual made it.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's those simple things.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's the thing right there, man. Because we are. Oh shit.
Oh, where'd you go, Ron? You must have had a phone call. But if you're watching, family, please do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Interview him, well, not even interview, just having a good conversation with my brother, Ronald Samual, and whatnot, and just chopping game up. It's been a minute since we had a chance to really talk like that. So he's a great entrepreneur, great guy. He's part of multiple networks when it comes to affiliate marketing, sells T-shirts in the real estate game, the whole nine. Very smart young man, enterprising on all levels, great person to network with, a lot of great knowledge, a lot of passion, and all that good stuff. And you need that in this life. That's one thing that he touched on a lot. You really need to be able to engage with more people, especially not necessarily people that you grew up with, but people that are quote unquote not a part of your circle or circles and whatnot, and people that you are willing and ready to vibe with and work with, implement with, share posts with, subscribe to. The list goes on and on, you know, because it doesn't always have to be about money. It could just be about having a reasonable conversation and whatnot, and having a meaningful relationship, from friendships to et cetera and so forth, you know. So, yeah, I think he had a little technical difficulties, but at the end of the day, it's all good, you know. It's all good. And, you know, this Friday, I figured to do something different. And, you know, I wanted to get the other brothers to come on with that I actually know, and, you know, let you just see the people that I get to engage with on a regular basis, and people that, you know, that just bring a lot of great different things to the table of life and whatnot, because you never just want to be surrounded by the same kind of people on a regular basis. You want to be able to engage with other people so that you can learn and whatnot. I think that's probably one of the best things about if one is a part of the military or they're part of any sort of public service, um, fire department, teachers, paramedics, and whatnot. You worked hard to get to a specific place in those organizations. So you are going to have the pleasure of working around various amounts of different dynamics, different mindsets, different personalities, different walks of life, and then people who see the world from a different angle. And I always like that as well. I like to be able to engage people that see the world from a different angle and whatnot. So, but it's all good at the end of the day. Looks like with Brother Ron, guess he still had some issues and whatnot. So I'll catch up with him later. But anyways, family, hopefully you enjoyed. It was nice, great conversation with Ronald Samuel. I'll definitely put his Facebook information in the description, and definitely call it a night. So have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and whatnot. Enjoy your life because you only get one. All right. Let's do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe, and have a good day.